Hi everyone, welcome to the MOOCs. I am Rachna Sharma. Before beginning, let me ask you some questions. When you pick a newspaper to read, what do you see first? How do you proceed? What does interest you to continue with the reading? All these are matter of concern when we produce a newspaper or magazine. These are well addressed by the practice involving editing styles and layout. The news media impart the information as well as makes it presentable. While content comes through reporting, it is editing that gives the precision and aesthetics to it. Today, in this lecture, we will discuss the concept of editing style, various style sheets, style of editing, meaning, importance, and principles of layout. Let's get started with the word editing. Editing is a process of correcting and improving the news content before publishing. The process also includes the arrangement or restructuring the content to make it perfectly readable. If we go by the definitions of editing, we find that Merriam-Webster dictionary defines editing as the process to alter, adapt, refine, direct, prepare, and assemble the content of a book, magazine, or other print medium. Precisely, the editing in newspapers and magazines includes correcting, rewriting the copy, presenting them with headlines, and prepare them for printing through page makeup. Now we come to the understanding of the word style. Style is a tool to pursue editing process. It provides a structural consistency and a face to the news content. There are different editing styles and print productions stick to one of them to give the desired identity to their production. Thus, the style books are developed to set the rules and practices to go for editing. The editing styles may sound arbitrary and restrictive, but they are important for consistency and establishing long-term relation with the readership. Let's see how it works through editing style sheets and guides. Editing style sheets are the rule books to guide about grammar, preference of specific words and spellings over the others, abbreviation, numbers, and how the principles of design and layout to be applied on the copy. It is a standard practice for newspapers to maintain their style books. Small newspapers contain style sheets. Also, some newspapers adopt the style books of news agencies such as the Associated Press or United Press International. Style books make the work easy and speedy for sub-editors, especially in matters like descriptions of age, sex, gender, and race or legal, political, technical terminology. The rules of language and visual design provide structured meaning to the given text and consistency as well as credibility to the print organizations. Thus, although the newspaper's house style may look like a restriction on editorial freedom, it in fact supports and shapes the newspaper production. The style sheets and guides work on two aspects, that is, visual aspect and the content. At visual front, the style includes choice of fonts, typeface and type size, indents, types of pictures, placement of captions and column rules, that is, lines between each column. These visual elements are called entry points through which reader access the content. Editing is performed for varied functions by using different styles for editing. For example, copy and content editing, headlines and caption writing, and formatting. The copy editors and page designers apply these styles according to the need of the formats of the newspapers, magazines, and books. Let's take these styles one by one. In newspaper organizations, perhaps copy editing is the last step before publishing. This is the stage where the news content is scrutinized for abbreviation, numbers, punctuation, names and titles, time and policy. Once news editor approves the content, the copy editor addresses the technical flaws and proofread it. The process includes correction of grammar, punctuation, spelling and syntax, maintaining consistency and uniformity in content and design according to the style book or house manual, then highlighting, cross-checking and correcting factual errors or incorrect statements. In most of the newspaper and news magazines organizations, content or line editing is included in copy editing. Nevertheless, you may find some organizations to have a separate unit for such intensive editing styles like line and content editing. In such organizations, copy editing is done after line editing. Once line editing is accomplished to check the meaning created in the content or text. On the other hand, if the line editing is included in the copy editing, the sub-editor checks the copy for meaning first and reads the proof in the second or final round of editing. Thus, copy editing goes in stages for familiarization of the event, the meaning your copy is creating, and finally, accuracy, readability, and comprehension of linguistic features. For consistency of the newspaper, the copy editors adhere to the house style or style book of the organization. This is important because a reader finds it easy to read a newspaper or magazine if she gets used to the style of content and format of a newspaper, and thus strengthen the reader's relationship with the newspaper organization. Generally, content editing as a separate style is rarely used in newspapers. It is used more in book publishing or magazine houses. Particularly in fictional work, you go for content editing to check the discrepancies in characters or story development according to the theme or plot. Whereas when you take magazines and newspapers along with books, it includes factual errors, inconsistency, and paradoxes. Due to the nature of the work, you will find some overlaps between content editing and copy editing. The reason is simple. If either of the editors notice any error in content, they tend to correct it in spite of their different job roles. To be precise, the content editing contains line editing, substantive editing, and developmental editing. Here, line editing is done line by line to look at the meanings of the sentences with word choices and syntax. It helps in making the sentences crisp. While substantive editing is done for ordering and structuring sentences and paragraphs in books, newspapers, magazines, and when it comes to the books, it is basically done for chapters. It tightens the content, that is introduction, lead, and body, to make it rhythmic and presentable. Developmental editing, on the other hand, takes care of consistency in theme, flow, and overall structure of the content. It provides organizational strength to the content to make it readable and interesting. For example, the development of characters or the order of chapters in a book. In newspapers too, it is done to make a single coherent story by combining the inputs or various aspects of a story coming from varied sources or different stories, sometimes Content is also developed through local inputs or angle on a common theme or national story.